And what's good, everyone? Welcome back in here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball. Got a great Big Ten Conference showdown going on tonight, as this should be a great game. Both of these teams inside the top 10. Number 7 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, 14-4, 8-4 in the Big Ten. And coming off their last game, a W over Michigan State, 79-62 back on Sunday, where the defense was the key, holding the Spartans to just 32% shooting from the floor. Going up against Iowa here, with the Hawkeyes, number 8 in the nation, 13-4, 7-3 in the conference. Looking good at home as well, 10-1 in their home court, and Iowa once again on their home court tonight. And they came off a W as well over Michigan State on Tuesday, 84-78. So should be a really good matchup between these two teams going down. Glad to have you guys back on the channel once again. Let's see who we got in the chat right here. We got Ant, Ethan, Vegas, the Mod Squad back in here, as well as we welcome in Warren out to the Mod Squad in here, as we got a new member of the Mod Squad starting today here with my man Warren. Really appreciate it, bud, as he has totally earned it. Raptor out here as well. Glad to have you in the stream, man. Hope all is going well. We got Raven out here. Welcome in, Raven. Big Ten playing, Iowa by 4 for Ravens prediction. This should be an incredible game going down here tonight. Aaron, what's good here? He likes Iowa to take this 100% as well. Goody on the channel once again. Welcome in, man. We got Darren here out on the stream. Bradley's up there. The sports expert, welcome in here, man. Big game for his Buckeyes tonight for this one, as this is their highest ranking so far this season. George back in this one for Spades right now. We got Colin as well. And Anthony, welcome to the channel once again, man. Going out for Ohio State Armando as well out there in the chat. Jacob, what's good here? Glad to have you in the stream. Great matchup in store. This one at Iowa. Starting fives look like this. Ohio State, Dwayne Washington Jr., Justin Orange, Justice Sue, and Kyle Young, and E.J. Liddell, the starting 5 for Ohio State. Going up against Iowa's starting 5 for this one. Jordan Bohannon, Joe Wieskamp, Connor McCaffrey, Keegan Murray, and Luka Garza. In this matchup today, no C.J. Frederick once again, as he is out for this one, but it's going to be a good battle at the top of the Big Ten between both of these teams. Darren, he's taking Eastern Kentucky in the line. Looks like he's going to take Cincinnati as well to pull off the upset. Yes, Cincinnati, they've only played, I think, like 11 games so far this season. But, yeah, there were so many upsets yesterday. Crazy what happened down in college hoops. And Cincinnati takes on Temple, as they are well rested heading into that one off of a pretty lengthy pause for Cincinnati. I think they got a chance considering how many upsets there's been this season. Iowa came in the favors as this one. I want to predict Hawkeyes in this game because Iowa is number 8 to number 7. I like the Hawkeyes here in this one, but hopefully a good matchup as we get this one tipped off. And it's going to be Buckeyes basketball first. Ohio State at the left baseline moves it back out to the top of the key. They shoot the 3-point shot, missed it off the mark. And the rebound goes to Luka Garza here for the Hawkeyes. Iowa first possession now. What's good, Christian? Appreciate it, bud, for stopping them by. Indeed, this is going to be an awesome game. First possession, Keegan Murray. Left baseline dribble. Dribbles around the perimeter once again. Puts it back outside to Garza. Garza moves it over to the top of the key. Left elbow, Wieskamp. Back out, bounce pass. McCaffrey over to Garza. Back outside to the top, into the hands of Connor McCaffrey, and he turns it over. Buckeyes now with a steal, going to take it past half court. Ohio State one-on-one, as Justice Suing had it. Stripped of the ball, goes out of bounds. Clock will stop with 19:11, but the Buckeyes going to have it back. Yeah, unbelievable. St. John's is red hot. 5-game winning streak for St. John's. I can't believe it either, because the teams that St. John's beat before in a 4-game winning streak, they won against UConn without James Bouknight. They won against Utah Valley in a non-conference game. They also beat DePaul in there as well. And I wasn't like buying St. John's until yesterday. Now they got themselves in the tournament. That's a huge game to just go from not even close to being in the tournament to now in the tournament for St. John's. Buckeyes with a first made shot of the game inside the post there for 2 by E.J. Liddell. Jumper, deep 2. Iowa takes it. They hit it there. Joe Wieskamp hits it. Do I think the Niners can use the Raiders' old stadium in Oakland? They move stadiums in a few years. I'm going to say probably not or so, because I think that one's like outdated for what Oakland's was playing in. Ohio State has it inside the post. Liddell puts it up, no good, too high off the backboard. Rebound by Luka Garza. 18-10 left to go. Back outside, Murray over to the top of the key. Shot fake, Wieskamp inside the key now. And they move it back outside once again. Wieskamp takes the 3. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound, Ohio State. Interesting matchup indeed out in this one. Buckeyes now with the basketball again. And Iowa going to get called here with a reach and fall. Clock will stop with 17:53. Hey, what's good, Vaughn? Welcome to the stream. Big night for Vaughn out here today. Will the Blue Bloods ever be the same? Good question there, John. I think the Blue Bloods will get back to their usual form for next season. I think this season was an odd year for the Blue Bloods. Duke, Kentucky. And also, you can add in Michigan State now to that mix as well. Even Indiana also, and North Carolina lost earlier this week too. So all those teams struggling more than usual this season. But I think it was like fewer preparation for a lot of those freshmen to come in as the 4 or 5 star recruits coming in there, and it was just because of the year that they went through. It was just less to build a chemistry around. So they were already like way behind to start off the season, whereas they had like in like regular years they would have like way more training sessions in the off season. So that took a long time to gel, and that's what we've seen so far this year is a 5-11 Kentucky team. But I think they'll be back next season. Ohio State went inside. That one was good. Second attempt they got there as Iowa missed it. It went over to Ohio State and they missed the layup. Iowa gets it back. They'll shoot the 3 from way out, and they hit it down by Iowa. So the Hawkeyes leading now 5-4. Jordan Bohannon on the board, first 3-point shot of the game. 16:50 left to go. Ohio State has it at the top of the key. Bounce pass over to Liddell, shoots the 3 over Murray. Splash, hits it by E.J. Liddell. Back and forth in the early stages of this one. Christian, as a Louisville fan, he's going to take the Buckeyes out for this one. Yeah, UNC was way worse last season. Out of those teams, that grouping there, Kentucky, Duke, Michigan State, UNC in that 4 grouping, they're the team that's the best right now out of all of them. Even though UNC suffered a pretty bad loss earlier this week, in a game that they should have won. Floater, no good by Iowa. Rebound, Ohio State. Buckeyes now have the ball, top of the key. Liddell hands it off into the hands of Dwayne Washington. Washington bounce pass inside into traffic. It's tapped to the bounce, though, by the Hawkeyes. Clock will stop with approaching 16 minutes. Iowa now with the ball, or Ohio State now with the ball off the inbounds. Ohio State at the left wing. They shoot the 3, missed it off the mark, though, by Justin Arms. They do get the offensive rebound inside, puts it up. Hit the front rim, no good by Sewing, and rebound by the Hawkeyes. Iowa takes it past half court. Keegan Murray at the top of the key. Feeds inside over to Garza. Garza now double team. Pass inside the post. Murray floats it up, no good off the mark, and Ohio State crashing the glass to start out for this one. E.J. Liddell coming up with a big defensive board. Back outside of Sewing, wide open 3 as he makes it. Right there at the right wing, and Ohio State looking good from the start. 10-5 Buckeyes. Iowa feeds it inside. Garza puts it up. No good. There's contact, though. Personal foul picked up here by Ohio State. It's on E.J. Liddell. It's going to send Luka Garza shooting 2 at the line. So Ohio State part of a 6-zip run here, last minute 25. We're going to take the first timeout of this game right now. Media timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. Alright, so right now we're just on a timeout Carly here. Hey, what's good, Jose? Welcome on the stream, man. Hope all is going well tonight. What do I think about trade Armando puts out? Dwight Howard, Danny Green, and then they'll get Kelly Oubre Jr. from Golden State. Yeah, that's pretty solid. I'd probably throw in with Oubre though. Probably like a pick or 2. Maybe in there on that trade. So I feel like just Oubre there, that I feel like the Sixers will be losing out on that. That's the only thing, because it would just be Oubre, whereas Golden State would have to potentially send a pick their way. BYU Gonzaga next Monday. Oh boy, it's a huge game, massive game. That's the biggest one for Gonzaga remaining in the conference, but that's massive. As much as BYU. If BYU wants to make a statement, make it to the tournament, that's huge. Hey, what's good, Landon? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope all's going well. I don't believe Louisville is actually a blue blood. Louisville has been great for like the past 15 years since they've moved up, but before, like early 2000s, they were playing in the Conference USA back then. I'm actually interested in seeing here. I don't believe they are currently, though, a blue blood. You can consider that, like, lately. They'd be in, like, the late tier, so, like, past decade with, like, UConn, teams that's, like, completely risen or so, but not, like, the main ones, like UCLA, Indiana, Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky. Hey, what's good, Doug? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope all is going well. Yeah, BYU's pretty consistent, like every single season. They just gotta keep on doing what they're doing in the conference and winning games. That's how they're gonna make it in. They just gotta win their games, and that game against Gonzaga, that's just so tough to win. But if they can at least keep it close or so, or not lose by like 30, that can help out BYU's cause. If they make it way closer, that can definitely help out their cause. Yeah, that would be a pretty solid Armando puts out. Maybe Golden State's giving a little bit too much though, if they added Wiggins to the mix, because Wiggins actually has been pretty solid this season. It's just Kelly Oubre Jr. has been disappointing, so I feel like they'd be giving up too much because Dwight Howard is well beyond or so. So I'd probably swap Wiggins for like a bench player there for Golden State. Hey, what's good, Kara? Welcome to the stream once again. Ethan, welcome on board here. No problem, man. And I'll see you later tonight, Stanford versus Cal. So we're going to get back to the action here on this one. Born and raised in Ohio. Buckeye fan, so Kara's going out for the Buckeyes in this one. First free throw, Garza hits at the line. It's going to be a good game tonight. Second free throw, missed it off the mark. 1 for 2 by Luka Garza. Rebound, Ohio State. 15-20 left to go. Justice Sewing has it at the left wing perimeter, guarded by Keegan Murray, out to the top of the key. Ohio State with it with C.J. Walker back outside to Sewing. Sewing moves it back over to the right wing to Walker. Walker will take the three, and no good, rolled around the rim and out. Rebound by Iowa. They'll dribble right past half court here with Wieskamp. Wieskamp moves it back out to the left wing. Conor McCaffrey inside the key, takes the jumper mid-range, no good off the back rim. They do get the offensive rebound. Murray keeps it alive, back over to Wieskamp, drives inside, good for 2, and it's a 2-point game. Yep, yeah, probably more so, Armando. I'd probably go with Kent Bazemore there over Wanamaker to if that was to happen. Because yeah, Dwight Howard's at the end of towards the end of his career so far. He's just a bench player right now. Ohio State inside the post, that's good for 2 underneath. Buckeyes lead by 4, 14-15 left to go. Zed Key got the bucket. Hawkeyes have it, right wing perimeter. McCaffrey dribbles towards the top, moves it over into the hands of Bohannon now as he dribbles back outside. Bohannon has it at the top, and he'll take a deep 3. That's up. It got partially blocked in his way up by Zed Key. They're able to get the offensive rebound to Iowa. Another 3 missed, that one off the mark by Garza. Rebound Buckeyes. What's good, Raptor? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope all is going well today. We got 13:50 left to go in the first half of this one. Ohio State by 4. Welcome in Jose Broncos as well. Hope all is going well, man. 13:40 left to go now. Ohio State inside the key. Kyle Young moves it back outside over to the top. Dribble drive. Right hand finish. That's good for 2 there by C.J. Walker. Buckeyes by 6. 13.5 left to go. Bohannon moves it over to the right corner. McCaffrey has it. McCaffrey back outside. Bounce past the Garza over to McCaffrey once again. Conor McCaffrey takes the 3. No good. Rolled around the rim and out. Garza offensive rebound. Puts it up and in. Off the glass for 2, and it's a 4-point game. Approaching the 13-minute mark left to go. And Ohio State will have it back. Justice Sewing. Dribbles now at the top. Bounce pass over to Kyle Young. Now they'll feed it inside over to Zed Key. Gets the position right behind Garza. Puts it up and in off the backboard for 2. Able to post up right there off the pass inside the paint. 16-10. Iowa has it with Garza. Garza at the left elbow. Moves it back outside to the top. Bohannon dribbles, and that will be a personal foul picked up here. It's going to be by the Buckeyes in the reach, and clock will stop with 12:38. So it looks like C.J. Walker picks up the personal, his first of the game. Joe Wieskamp leading the way for Iowa, 4 points so far. Or actually 5 by Luka Garza, then Joe Wieskamp with 4. And for Ohio State right now, 5 by Justice Sewing leading the way, and 4 points by Zed Key. 12.5 left to go. Inbound Iowa. Hawkeyes now with the ball. Bohannon moves it over. Back inside now over to Garza. Garza backs his way right baseline. Shot fake up and under, and that will be good underneath for 2. And Luka Garza got fouled as he was crowded, swarmed around by multiple Buckeyes defenders. Tough bucket right there, able to get it. Yeah, it's just somebody random that's been trolling these streams lately. It's unfortunate people that we've had that they just keep on getting hidden from these streams. Garza and 1 missed it. Rebound by the Buckeyes. 12:20 left to go. Ohio State has it. Great game so far. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe here, folks. Ohio State has it inside the post. They move it back outside at the left corner. Over to the top of the key. They swing it over into the hands of Dwayne Washington. Now inside the key. Turnaround jumper. Takes it, and that's good for 2. It's been the range of the game so far between like 4 or 6 points. Iowa has them. There are 12 minutes left to go. Welcome in Aiden onto the stream. Catch and shoot 3. Wieskamp. No good. Rolled around the rim and out. Rebound Buckeyes. Ohio State has it, 11:40 left to go. Dwayne Washington going to move it back around the perimeter. Buckeyes take the 3, missed the offensive rebound, though. Zed Key gets position once again and puts it up and in for 2 off the backboard. That's good. Buckeyes by 8. Feeds it over to Garza underneath here for the Hawkeyes. He is swarmed. 3 defenders right out in front of him. They move it back around the perimeter. Great ball movement there. Able to take the 3, top of the key. They got it. Iowa sinks the triple. 20-15 with 11:19 left to go. Big 3 off the ball movement there as Jordan Bohannon knocked it down. There's a personal foul as well. That I believe was in the key. Or was it on the shot? Is it on the shot? Either way, Bohannon knocked it down. I think it was in the key here. Clock will stop. 20-15. 11:19 left to go. Do I think that Schroeder should go to the Warriors? Marc Gasol or Costas or maybe Kyle Kuzma? I'd probably go with Marc Gasol. Schroeder's staying with the Lakers right now. Yeah, the sports expert puts out Ohio State's doubles more than any other team in the nation. You can't stand it right there. Bohannon just burned their defense because of that. He just got wide open. That was great ball movement there by the Hawkeyes. Able to put up the vision there to see Bohannon just open at the top of the key. So right now we're on the timeout here, 11:19 left to go. Currently in this one. A couple of scoreboard updates today for college hoops. Arizona leading Utah 15-13. Temple up against Cincinnati 9-8. Not as big as a game day for college hoops compared to yesterday. BYU over Portland now 20-11. Yesterday, man, we had just so many upsets. It was crazy. Absolute craziness in the upsets here. St. John's beat Villanova. East Carolina scored 82 over Houston and got the victory. Georgetown beat Creighton. Pitt won against Virginia Tech. South Carolina beat Florida. So they had inside the top 25 yesterday. 5 teams go down, and just some really big major upsets just all over the map. The one that hurts is St. John's has been on a roll against Villanova. I did not expect that one, but the Georgetown one against Creighton, this is a concern here because I've been saying for weeks that Creighton is just way too high, favored way too much in the rankings, and I don't think they're gonna last too long in the tournament, honestly, for Creighton. They lost to Georgetown yesterday. Georgetown put up 86. And that's a team that's really struggled to hit shots this season. They were in the bottom half of college basketball in shooting percentage, at the bottom of their conference, and they won yesterday. They put up 86 points against Creighton. Hey, what's good? I don't know anymore. Welcome back to the stream here, man. So we're going to get back to action this one. Great game between these two teams. 20-15 to score. It's going to be Buckeyes. Buckeyes will get it back as Iowa just scored right after the timeout there. That's a quick bucket underneath. So 20-17. Buckeyes take the 3, missed it off the mark. Rebound Hawkeyes with Joe Wieskamp. He puts the ball into the hands of Bohannon, who just made a 3-point shot right before the timeout. Bohannon feeds it underneath over to Wieskamp. No good. But the putback underneath good for 2 by Nunji. 1-point game now. 4-zip run after the timeout in the first 30 seconds here for Iowa. 10:45 left to go. Buckeyes have it. They get the ball stolen away. Here's now Wieskamp as he drives inside. Missed a shot right there with a layup, and it rolls around the rim and out. Rebound Buckeyes. They got lucky right there for Ohio State. Ohio State gets it back. Walker. Bounce past the left baseline. Jumper no good off the mark. Tipped up in the air. Rebound Bohannon for Iowa. 10:25 left to go. Bohannon shot fake. He's double team. Moves it back out around the perimeter. They're going to float it over at the right corner into the hands of Wieskamp. Back out to the top of the key. Patrick McCaffrey. He moves over to the left wing to Bohannon. Bohannon back outside to Nunji. Takes the 3. Splash. Hits it right there at the left wing. Iowa by 2. Big 3-point shot. Timeout taken by the Buckeyes. Right after that timeout, Iowa goes on a quick 10-zip run in the last minute 13. So we got 10:08 left to go in the first half. Iowa points explosion coming in right there. Yeah, we're getting close to 10K here. What's good, Hawkeye Nation? Welcome to the stream, man. You must be excited about this one there. And Iowa taking the lead. Hey, thanks so much, bud. Yeah, it looks like it's over for Providence, honestly. They're not helping themselves or doing any favors to make the tournaments. I would honestly pick St. John's to sweep Providence this season. St. John's plays Providence twice this month. As a Providence fan, I'm not too hopeful about this month. Providence has only won one game in 2021. Hawkeyes on fire as a late 10-zip run last minute 30. So we get back to action. It's going to be Buckeyes basketball halfway through the first half. Ohio State at the top of the key. Moves it over to the right wing. Bounce pass inside over to Kyle Young, right baseline as he is guarded by Patrick McCaffrey. They move it outside the perimeter. Ball tapped out of bounds, though, by the Hawkeyes. By Joe Toussaint. Clock will stop now in 9:47. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Providence is going to have to win the Big East Conference tournament to get there, to the NCAA tournament, which it really doesn't look possible, in my opinion, because Providence has zero depth whatsoever. Like, once Jared Bynum went down in the first game of the year against Creighton, everything just crumbled down. Ohio State takes the 3 from outside. That one's good from the perimeter, as the Buckeyes lead it by 1. 9:30 left to go. Iowa has the top of the key. Toussaint moves over to the left wing. Nunji. He takes the 3 and splash hits that one. It's turned out to be a 3-point fest out in this game right now, with approaching the 9:20 mark remaining. Buckeyes basketball. Justice Suing moves it over at the left wing. Feeds it inside now over to Liddell. Turnaround jumper. Hit the front rim. No good. Rebound by Pat McCaffrey here for the Hawkeyes. Iowa ball approaching 9 left to go. A left baseline. Nunji moves it back outside into the hands of Bohannon. Bohannon left wing dribble. Moves it out to Nunji. Nunji at the left baseline. Guarded by Liddell. Passes back outside to Garza. Garza over to Bohannon. Bohannon now dribbles, takes the left double jumper, no good off the backboard. There's a follow from behind. And Jonah Bohannon's going to go to line shoot too. So, yeah, I won't be able to stream the Super Bowl. I'm gonna take Sunday off, most likely or so. It's been a long week for me, really stressful week because a lot of stuff we're doing at work and stuff at the radio station. We actually changed formats this week for some of our programming, so it's been a ton of stuff that I've been doing, trying to change like all the programming over this week. First free throw good at the line by Iowa. Yeah, last year I covered the Super Bowl on the Football Channel, but it just never really materialized or so I'm just going to watch it with my family. The big reason why is because there's so much competition. That's why. So I only got like 3 or 4 people in last year. Buckeyes have it, trailing by 4 right now. 8:40 left to go in the first half. Ohio State drives inside, and that's a tough shot, able to make its way down there for 2, though, by Dwayne Washington. Iowa now with the ball. Toussaint moves it over around the perimeter. Patrick McCaffrey back out to the top of the key to Keegan Murray. Murray moves it over, right elbow jumper. Turnaround. Off the mark, no good by Iowa. Missed shot by Jack Nungy. Rebound back to the Buckeyes. Buckeyes going to have it at the left elbow. No good. Rolled around the rim and out. Rebound Iowa. Hawkeyes have it, approaching 8 minutes left to go. Yeah, he hasn't been on the stream for ages. So 8 minutes left remaining here. It's 27-25 to score. As we will go right back on the timeout in this one. Yeah, he played in the Fantasy Football League with us during the fall. But I think that Alex was more like doing his schoolwork because he had said that he wasn't focused on like fantasy football because he had a lot of stuff in school. So right now we're currently in the timeout in this one. NBA predictions for night here. Let's see. Gonna get up the scores. I'm gonna take Utah tonight over Atlanta in that one. Utah's been on the roll lately. Golden State Dallas. That should be a really good game tonight. I think they'll probably split the series with each other. I'll take Dallas in the first game since they're at home. So I'll take Dallas tonight in that one. Blazers taking on the Sixers. I do like Philly in that game tonight. Portland's defense has been a struggle so far this season. That's going to be tough, especially if Joel Embiid's in the game and playing that one. That's going to be even tougher for the Blazers to try to contain Joel Embiid. That's really going to be rough when you put Enes Kanter and Joel Embiid tonight because there's been a lot of front court issues for the Blazers this season. Let's see here. I'm going to see if there's any info. Because he didn't play it a couple nights ago for Joel Embiid. Okay, so he was off the injury report from 2 days ago. So he was expected to play against the Hornets yesterday. Okay. So yeah, he was back in action on Wednesday. So yeah, we don't know because the starting lineup hasn't been released yet, but yeah, that's gonna spark danger. I would definitely take Philly in that one. Rockets against Grizzlies. I really like how Houston's been cooking, even though Memphis has looked good as of late too. I like how the Rockets have been cooking, and I'm gonna take the Rockets in that one tonight. And then Nuggets Lakers. Lakers back at home. I'll take the Lakers in that one. So we'll keep you guys updated with those scores. Jazz versus Hawks, Warriors, Mavs. Those games tipping off in about 2 minutes from now. Yeah, that's odd. 7:45 left to go in the first half in this one. We're back to action here. Buckeyes have it at the top of the key. Justin Arms moves it over to the left wing. Back over to the top. They'll take the three by Arns. Miss it off the mark. They do get the offensive rebound, though, by Ohio State. So they keep it alive. Ohio State feeds it inside. Underneath the basket. Kyle Young. Turnaround jumper. That's good for two. Tie game 27 even. 7:20 remaining. Toussaint has it here for Iowa. Bounce pass at the right elbow. Into the hands of Nunji. Nunji dribbles right baseline. Spin move, and before they're going to call a reach and fall. Picked up by the Buckeyes here. 6 personal. This one charged at Zed Key. In the next few years, when the whole pandemic dies down, where do I want to travel? Interesting question there. I'd probably like to go to Canada or so and go to Niagara Falls again, because I haven't been there in like over a decade. It was really nice when I went there. Hawkeyes have it at the right baseline. They feed it inside. That's going to be a whistle and a foul picked up once again. Clock will stop with 7:04. It's going to send Iowa to the free throw line and shoot 2. So it's going to be Keegan Murray shooting 2 now, coming up at the line. Yeah, that'd be dope someday, Vegas, if we do a meet and greet someday. What's good, Alex? Welcome to the stream, man. As he joins in. Hope all is well, man. 1 for 2 that trip at the free throw line. 28-27 now the score. Buckeyes going to get the rebound off the second one missed by the Hawkeyes. Ohio State has it. Left wing perimeter. Justice Suing back out to the top here to Dwayne Washington. Feeds it over to the left corner. Left baseline dribble. Pro hop. Kyle Young puts it up, and that will be a foul. The clock will stop with 6:44. Interesting. Great game between these two teams. There's going to be 2 free throws coming up by Kyle Young at the charity stripe. First one's good. Second shot, that one's good, and the Buckeyes recapture the lead. Great game. We still got 6:40 left to go before half, and the Buckeyes will have the ball. Joe Toussaint at the right wing puts the ball into the hands of Patrick McCaffrey. He's going to get tapped and stolen away by the Buckeyes. Ohio State comes up with a steal. Bounce pass to the right baseline. Moves it back over to the top of the key. Kyle Young moves it back out to the left wing. Justin Arms gets stripped to the ball, and here goes Iowa now as they have it. They drive inside. Oh, monster jam. Patrick McCaffrey driving down the lane, throws it down with a two-handed jam, and the Hawkeyes by 1. Oh, yeah, this has been a great game so far. Kara putting out become a basketball saluting mashup here. Going back and forth, back and forth. Tough game going on currently. Buckeyes have it at the top of the key. Dwayne Washington had the ball. He fell down with it. It's going to be a personal foul, though, picked up by Joe Toussaint at the top of the free throw circle. Clock will stop now with 5:52. Yeah, this one a good game tonight. Inbound for Ohio State as the Buckeyes going to have the basketball. They put the ball into the hands of Kyle Young, back outside Dwayne Washington, over to Abel Porter. They feed it over to Justice Suing. Warren wants to be a sports guy someday. Just keep on working on it, man. And maybe someday he'll be You'll be a sports guy someday, calling the games. Fadeaway 3-point shot. It ended up being a wedgie. Wedged right in between the backboard and the rim, as that's going to be possession arrow back over to Iowa. Man, you don't see that often. 3-point shot gets wedged in there between the backboard and the rim. Just gets stuck in there. And it's going to be Iowa possession. 5.5 left to go. Hawkeyes basketball, drives inside, missed the layup, no good by Toussaint. Strong rebound by the Buckeyes. Ohio State has it, tries to go coast to coast, moves it back around the perimeter, but passes it to the wrong player here. Intercepted at the top of the key by Iowa, on the ground with the basketball. Clock will stop with 5:12. That'll be a possession arrow, and it's going to go to Iowa. Here's Toussaint was on the ball with on the ground with the ball there. It's going to go back to the Hawkeyes now. Also, Ohio State with 7 personals too, so I update you here. So Iowa also in the bonus, and Iowa with 3 personal fouls. So 5:10 left to go. Wait 1 second. ESPN had it wrong. So it's going to be Ohio State basketball. Next possession hour is Iowa. Okay. So yeah, because I was wondering, right, because the first one was wedged in between. That was Iowa possession. Either way, Ohio State just missed a shot. Rebound to Iowa. Hawkeyes drive inside. Keegan Murray's shot gets blocked. Buckeyes have it right back. 4:50 left to go. Great game. Buckeyes down by 1. Suing. Moves it over to the top of the key. Liddell passes back outside. Over to Liddell at the free throw circle. Shuffles it out to Suing. Left corner 3. He makes it. Big triple by 14 for the Buckeyes there. For Justice Suing, the transfer from Cal. It's only 26% on the season from 3, but today, perfect 2 for 2. Hawkeyes have it with Toussaint. Toussaint at the left elbow. Bounce pass. Left baseline over into the hands of Wieskamp. Back outside. At the right wing, McCaffrey. Moves it over to the top of the key off the cut to Wieskamp. Straight away. Hits it. Iowa by 1. 33-32, approaching the 4-minute mark left to go. We've got ourselves a great game right now. Buckeyes, left baseline jumper. Good for 2. Oh, back and forth, man. What a shot. E.J. Liddell knocks it down now with 7 points. Buckeyes inside behind a defense by Garza, though. They count the bucket and the foul. Luka Garza going to go to the line, shoot 1. E.J. Liddell picks up the personal. That'll be E.J. Liddell's second personal foul. As the clock will stop, 3:54 left to go. Luka Garza will go to the free throw line coming up for the Hawkeyes after the timeout. And a 1-point Iowa lead. Yeah, Kara puts out here, every time Kara thinks of Ohio State basketball, just wants the 2016 women's Ohio State team. So good. Can't say the same for some of these other Ohio State teams, though. Yeah, I remember Lost Pupper puts out, he liked Ohio State when they had Jared Sullinger. And I remember back in the day, in the early 2000s there with Evan Turner as well. They were my favorite team to win the tournament. They got a 2 seed, but they got knocked out. I think it was against Tennessee in the Sweet 16 that year. I think Tennessee was like a 6 seed. That was a pretty crazy tournament. Quick scoreboard update. Arizona up against Utah 26-23. Cincinnati leading Temple 24-19. And BYU up against Portland 38-30. Those are some quick college hoop scores. NBA tipping off right now too. See if anybody's in action. Not just yet. Jazz Hawks going to tip off any minute from now. Looks like Ant's going to be jumping in the ice bath there for 10 minutes. No problem, man. Best of luck this week and beyond with going back to your soccer club there with some big matchups coming up, I heard. Yeah, just yesterday with the insane upsets. That was a crazy night of college hoops yesterday. Cannot believe all the teams that lost inside the top 25. Villanova lost against St. John's. St. John's has earned it to be in the tournament now. 12-7 for St. John's. They started out with a rough season, but man, if they really came on late. Winners of their past 5 straight games by St. John's, and that's a huge one to put them right in the tournament right now for St. John's. They shouldn't even be on the bubble at this point. They need to be put in the tournament. And for St. John's, you went all the way from being a bubble team to now. I'm looking at St. John's being like a 10 or a 9 seed for St. John's. That's a huge victory against Villanova. They're going to have bigger games coming up in their schedule too. So this is what's at stake for St. John's. The defense that got shredded by Creighton last month, I believe. They gave up over 90 points to Creighton. They forced 6 turnovers to Colin Gillespie of Villanova yesterday. This is a top 10 team, by the way, in steals in the nation with St. John's this season. They got a freshman with Posh Alexander. He is top 5 in the nation in steals per game, averaging I think around like 3 steals per game almost this season. But yeah, this is the upcoming schedule for St. John's, and 3 of these games. Actually, I'll say 2 of these games they should be able to get automatic W's on because they're against my team, Providence. I honestly think by the rate Providence is going, I think St. John's is going to sweep Providence. But also in the mix, St. John's has got DePaul, and that one's at home. They should be able to win that one rather easily. They also got Villanova again. Another game against Xavier, too. And then they got Seton Hall. So they got a couple more games to really improve their resume. Also, Butler, on the road at Butler. But 3:40 left to go. St. John's could potentially be dangerous if they keep on winning out like that. Like so many people were sleeping on them till yesterday, and they really proved the nation wrong. So we're back to action. Free throw was good at the line by Iowa. Man, I've just lost hope in my team. It's too bad. They've only won 1 game in 2021. Hopefully next year is going to be much better. So 3:15 left to go. Ohio State passes now at the left elbow. So Iowa just hit a 3-point shot right before that, so now it's a 5-point game. Ohio State takes the 3. It's up and they got it. Buckeyes hit it at the right wing as it goes down for the triple there by Abel Porter from the outside. Hey, what's good, Chris? Appreciate, man, for stopping by. We got 2 Chris's on the stream here. Chris Franklin, Chris S. Appreciate, bud, for dropping them by right now. Hey, have a good test tomorrow, man. Best of luck there, and enjoy the rest of your night. 3-point shot off the mark. Iowa missed it. Tipped up in the air. It's gonna get rebounded by Ohio State. 2.5 left to go. Chris is going to go for Iowa in this one. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, man. Finally getting some snow there. That's awesome. I know Chris liking snow out there in southwest Michigan, it looks like. Ohio State takes the 3. No good, but they're able to get the offensive rebounds. Buckeyes will take another 3. Off the mark that time. Missed it as well by C.J. Walker. Rebound by Iowa. 2:10 left to go. Hawkeyes pass it around the perimeter. They shoot the 3 from the top. Wieskamp missed it off the mark. And the Buckeyes will have it back. Approaching 2 on the clock here. Ohio State takes the pass half court. Hey, what's good, Timo? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope all's going well, brother. Ohio State pass half court. Great game tonight between these 2 teams. At the top of the key, C.J. Walker has it. Moves it over to the right wing. Into the hands of Seth Towns. They pass it back outside. Oh, deep 3 in the air. Got it. At the left wing perimeter. Mediacom court logo right there. They knock it down. Actually, that's number 0. I thought it was actually Abel Porter. It's actually Michi Johnson is now number 0 for Ohio State. So that's Michi Johnson Jr. hit the 3-point shot. Minute 20 remaining. Iowa missed the 3. They able to get the offensive rebound. Garza has it inside, and he's going to get fouled, and the clock will stop here with 1:14. So Luka Garza going to head to the free throw line coming up as Ohio State picks up their 9th personal foul. So Michi Johnson Jr. comes off the bench, 6 down, 2 big 3-point shots from way outside for the Buckeyes. And Ohio State and both Iowa and Ohio State have knocked down 6 3-point shots so far. Ohio State, great team at the free throw line, but they've only went to the charity stripe once. Yeah, unfortunate, man. The Celtics lost yesterday against Sacramento. That was a game they had to have. That was too bad. Hopefully they bounce back tomorrow, man. I'll be covering that game tomorrow. It's going to be a late-night game, so usually never cover late-night NBA games, but we'll be covering one tomorrow since it's heading over to the weekend. Luka Garza, first free throw, missed it. Second one, though, knocks it down. 40-40. Yeah, it's awesome that we're able to make it a great and welcoming community on here, Warren puts out. The ball gets tapped at the half-court logo. It's going to go right back to Iowa with a steal. They take a three. Right in transition, they hit it. Jordan Bohannon sinks it there in the top of the key. He's got 11, his third triple of the game, and the Hawkeyes by 3. 45 seconds left to go. Ohio State ball. Michi Johnson dribbles towards his right, moves it over now to the left wing perimeter. Back over to the top, into the hands here of Seth Towns. Moves it back outside to Johnson. Johnson at the right baseline. Shot fake back outside to Seth Towns. Moves over to the top of the key into the hands of Justice Sewing. Sewing floats it up, and that will be good for 2 inside the post. So that's good by Ohio State. So 1-point game. 20 seconds left to go before half. Hawkeyes have the ball, and it's going to go around the perimeter. They're able to save it, though. Pass inside underneath, and that's good for 2. Luka Garza puts it up and in for 2. 45-42 the score. 4 seconds left to go. Buckeyes take the 3 straight away. Off the back rim, no good. And that's going to go into halftime here. So 45-42 currently the score in this one. So we're going to go to halftime, and what a great start to this one. This game is living up to its hype right now. That is one thing for sure. Oh, sorry to hear that, Raptor. Hey, enjoy the rest of your night, Raptor. Appreciate it, man, for stopping them by. Darren's losing with Eastern Kentucky right now, winning with Cincinnati, though. That's good for Cincinnati that they're able to bounce back. And they're looking good so far, currently. So, quick scoreboard update here. I actually predicted Utah would win against Arizona tonight. So I'm going to take Utah over Arizona with all the upsets in college hoops. I predicted Iowa for this one tonight. I actually had Iowa by 13 in this game. A lot of these games have been like wacky as far as like what's been going on and things like that lately as far as the upset. So I predicted Iowa 83-70 over Iowa State in this one, but some of the games I predicted for upsets tonight, I predicted Utah over Arizona 78-75. I also took Cincinnati over Temple 67-62. I do like BYU to beat Portland. I like Washington to upset Oregon State tonight. Even though Oregon State's been able to upset a couple teams in the conference, beat Oregon, beat USC. I think Washington's been improving, and they have the chance potentially tonight to knock off Oregon State. I like Stanford over California tonight there. If Cal does win that game, I'd be shocked, honestly, there. Rutgers, I do like Rutgers over Minnesota. Minnesota's hit a cold streak lately, and Rutgers is finally bouncing back. They're hitting their stride, trying to bounce back lately for Rutgers. They were cold around like 3 weeks ago. They were really cold for Rutgers, but finally able to bounce back. I like Colorado State over Wyoming. And then for another upset, how about just throwing this out here? Fresno State tonight over Utah State. Just as another random upset from the Mountain West, trying to get 4 bids into the tournament, but as wacky as the season has been, potentially anything could happen out there. And I do like Oregon coming back after quarantine to beat Washington State later tonight, but I do think that game will be close. Cincinnati 7-0 in their last 7 games against Temple. Yeah, Cincinnati's had Temple's number. What's good, Red Sox fan? Welcome to the stream, man. So right now, just at halftime between these two teams, currently Iowa 3 starters with 11 points. Jack Nunge, Jordan Bohannon hit 3 triples as well. Both of them 3 for 4 from the perimeter with Nunge and Bohannon. 7 3-point shots made from the outside for Iowa. 7 for 14, 50% from 3. And Luka Garza already with 11 points in this game. 4 for 5 inside. 4 for 5 by Luka Garza from the floor in this one. For Ohio State leading the way, Justice Sewing with 10 points. He's a perfect 2 for 2 from 3-point range for Justice Sewing, which he came into this game around the high 20s from 3-point range. So big start here for Justice Sewing in this game, getting on the board quick. And he's the leading scorer. Only one in double figures after that. 7 points by E.J. Liddell. 6 off the bench by Zed Key. And also number 0, Michi Johnson Jr. He has been impressive with 2 3-point shots off the bench in this one for Ohio State. Tomorrow's going to be a late game, so I don't have work on Saturday, so I'm going to stream the Celtics at night tomorrow. So, really late game tomorrow. It's going to be 10 o'clock Eastern time against the Clippers, so I usually never cover late games, but tomorrow, since it's heading over to the weekend, I plan to cover tomorrow's Celtics game. Jazz lead the Hawks 14-4. That's the only NBA game currently going on right now. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play basketball action here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Really appreciate it all for dropping on by, being a part here tonight. Also, I'm going to cover Cal versus Stanford right after this one. I usually haven't done Pac-12 games this season or so I haven't really had much of a chance to do Pac-12 games. So I want to do a Pac-12 game tonight. Even though Cal is at the bottom of the Pac-12, I think hopefully they can be able to make that a game. As wacky as a college basketball season it's been, hopefully Cal's able to make that a game tonight against Stanford, which Stanford's right now in the bubble trying to save their lives to be a part of the NCAA tournament. Alright, so right now we're just at halftime between both of these teams, just catching up on a couple of stuff going on. Yeah, I'm going to take Stanford in that one. I actually got Stanford in a closer game, though, than usual. A lot of these teams lately, that's like favored by a ton. They haven't been able to win like by like a big margin, I feel like. And then there's been upsets all over the place. I'm going to take Alabama to win the SEC. Alabama's been on a roll. Florida just they look great against West Virginia. They just were inconsistent yesterday too. They were doing great though. Oh boy. Listen to this going by my house if you guys can. I actually don't have the window down, but here they go. Oh man, got some nice cop cars going by my house, just flying by. Actually, we've had a couple incidents in the area, or so lately that we made the news for. Hopefully nothing major right there. So yeah, I'm gonna take Alabama to SEC. Tennessee, Missouri right now, they're in the top 25 along with Florida, but whenever I've covered Tennessee, I just haven't been surprised by Tennessee. They're just basically all defense, but as for shooting there, they've just been really cold trying to hit shots from the floor. Some standout players for these two teams. Luka Garza is the biggest name to know. He's the favorite right now to win the National Player of the Year for Luka Garza from Iowa. So he came into this game averaging over 26 points per game. So he's the #1 scorer in all college basketball for Luka Garza. And he's the big name to know. That's the one for Iowa. For Ohio State, I would probably go with E.J. Liddell, because I think he's the leading scorer for Ohio State. I think he's averaging like just under 16 per game for E.J. Liddell. As for like NBA type caliber players here, a lot of these players are older on both of these teams, so not as many like NBA type caliber players here that I'm probably gonna say or so. These are like really good college players though. Some of the other games I've covered, they had some great college players, but yeah, not a whole lot of like big recruiting for like 5-star recruits here and with both of these teams. EJ Liddell, he happened to be a top 45 recruit back in 2019. And then for Iowa, they got a couple recruits. Luka Garza was top 100 2017. Joe Wieskamp was top 60, and Patrick McCaffrey was top 70 for recruits. But like not really like big names for like the NBA. Like some of these players like young freshmen, like what we saw on it was Tuesday. Greg Brown from Texas. Oh my. Greg Brown with an absolute poster over a Baylor defender on Tuesday night there. And I think Greg Brown's going to go top 10 in the NBA draft. So yeah, So a couple of the games before that I covered. There were some big-time names in those games. It's probably going to go first round of the draft. Jared Butler for Baylor. He's another one. Tremendous two-way player. Just incredible from three this year. I think he's shooting the ball like almost 49% from three for Jared Butler. They got Baylor's backcourt just insane what they can do. It's like down in history. It's one of the deepest backcourts ever in college hoops. Like I was going through it, and they have multiple players. I think they got more than five guards in that roster that's shooting the ball better than 40% from three-point range for Baylor. They are number one in the nation from three. They're shooting the ball like 43% from three this season. Hey, what's good, Russell? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, consistency isn't always a good thing. You need to be Chuck Norris in order to gargle peanut butter, Russell puts out. Klay Thompson, wow, he's getting votes. So he's not even playing this year. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that he's getting votes. Wouldn't even surprise me if Taco pulls in a good amount of votes for the All-Star. He'll land fan favorite, I bet, for Taco. Yeah, Baylor is a great team. They got some great players. Yeah, it's not only Jared Butler. It goes well beyond that with Davion Mitchell too. Because I was looking at some of his numbers from last season. Davion Mitchell a year ago, he shot the ball at 31% from three. This season, I think he's shooting the ball around like 45% from three for Davion Mitchell. He was averaging like 9 points per game last season. I think he's around like 15 or so this season for Davion Mitchell. It's incredible what these players for Baylor have done. Because last season I was talking about how I wasn't really sold on Baylor last season. During the season finale, they had lost against Oklahoma State, and I just wasn't sold on Baylor last season. They were winning games, like gutting out games basically in tight matchups last season. This year, oh man, they were just such a deep team. Totally changed from last season where they just could not hit free throws. They still struggle a little bit, but much better at the free throw line this season. And last season, they were primarily defense. Like last year's Baylor team kind of reminded me of like this season's team, say like a Tennessee or like a team that's basically one-sided, like only reliant on their defense or so. I think, yeah, Tennessee would probably be the best one to suggest how Baylor was last season. And this year, they're just so explosive from the perimeter. Totally different team for Baylor, what a year can do. And they also got Maceo Teague as well. He's averaging almost 15 per game. So Davion Mitchell is averaging just under 14. He's shooting the ball. He's the best three-point shooter on the team. He's shooting the ball at 49% from three for Davion Mitchell. And that's the point guard there. He's number 45. He's averaging just under 6 assists per game for Davion Mitchell. And Jared Butler's averaging over 5 assists per game as well. So they got two players here that's averaging over 5 assists per game. That's crazy there. Usually you just see one player carry the load, average like four assists, if you're lucky, you can get 5 assists per game, and then the rest of the players in the lineup average around like 1, maybe 2 assists. But you got 2 players here on Baylor, Butler and Mitchell, averaging over 5 assists per game. Wow. Yes, it's supposed to be an all-star game. I heard about that, Bradley, on March 7th now. Taco becoming an all-star before Zach LaVine. Yep, seems like 2021. Yeah, I'm really interested to know like what they're gonna do for the All-Star game and stuff like that, because all these players meeting up, and it's all these players from different teams gonna meet up. If they're gonna have to do like testing, like what the protocols will be for that to finally have it. I know everything's starting to drop right now, but hopefully it continues that rate by how we're going. So hopefully it keeps on dropping with what's been going on lately. Yeah, so Baylor's team is just incredibly stacked this season in the backcourt. Compared to last season here, I'm just going to compare the numbers. It was, okay, so last year it was just basically Jared Butler and MaCio Teague. That was it. There was no, really, Davion Mitchell. He was the third player on the team, but he was scoring less than 10 points per game last season. And Baylor, yeah, what a difference a year can make, honestly. Wow. Holy smokes. Baylor last season was 218th in shooting percentage. They shot about 43% from the floor. They were 218th nationally in shooting percentage. This season for Baylor, they are 11th in shooting percentage, shooting about 50% from the floor. So they are 11th in shooting percentage compared to last year in the 220s. And from three-point range this season, they're the best team in the nation at 43%. Last season, Baylor shot about 35% from 3. All right, so we're gonna get back to this one here, folks. Yeah, so Vegas puts out here. Yeah, Baylor was 218th last season. There was more college teams because you had the Ivy League in last season. The Ivy League this year opted out. A couple teams opted out as well to not play college basketball. I think this season, like Bethune-Cookman, but yeah, they still. With what they had over 350 teams last season, what they have this year, I think around like 345. Yeah, Baylor was 218 in shooting percentage last year. Now they're 11th in the nation, and that's not well, yeah, that's combined with the 3-point and 2-point shots for Baylor, but they're first from 3. Okay, so we're back to action. 19:50 left to go. Left corner 3 to start it off, and Iowa drills it at the corner perimeter. So the Hawkeyes by 6. 19:40 left remaining. Buckeyes now with the basketball at the right wing perimeter as we just started off the second half. Buckeyes at the top of the key. Liddell hands it off. Feeds it inside over to Liddell, back out to the left wing. Kyle Young takes the 3-point shot, and he makes it. Big triple. 19:20 left to go. Iowa by 3, and they get the ball. Bohannon moves it outside. Nunji feeds it now over to Garza. He is double teamed. Going to dribble back outside. Over to Connor McCaffrey. Wide open 3, and he drills it straight away. Top of the key by McCaffrey. Yeah, this is too bad. Jazz Celtics is on Tuesday. I would love to cover that game, man. It's just these games, they put it out so late at night. They should put that game earlier. Like, that's the worst when your team plays, like, way late at night. That's the only thing that I just can't stand, though, is the national championship game for college basketball. It happens on a Monday night, and the tip-off time's, like, at 9:20 at night. Like, of course I'm going to stream it, but that's just so late. Bounce pass inside over for the Hawkeyes. That's good for 2 with a two-handed flush. Monster jam getting thrown down right there by Keegan Murray. 18:25 left to go. Buckeyes have it. Top of the free throw circle. Shot fake. Dribbles now inside. Floats it up. Contact and the whistle here. Clock will stop with 18:18. Yeah, this has been strange. Ever since the bubble happened for the NBA, so it's definitely strange Russell puts out to have all these games without fans in person. But fans throughout the world watching even so it's not like we disappeared. I know, me too, Vegas. Sometime definitely want to go to a UConn game sometime as well. So 53-45, Buckeyes going to go to the line, shoot 2. First one is good, as E.J. Liddell hits it. What's good, Snake Durant? Go. Welcome back to the stream here, man. Final 4 right now I've got would be Gonzaga, Baylor. Even though Texas has been cold lately, I still like Texas, though, to do pretty well in the tournament. And they got a ton of upperclassmen. And the team I think that can make a deep run could be Florida State. So I got those 4 in there. Gonzaga, Baylor, Texas, and Florida State right now. I was debating that 4th spot. They had, like, Alabama at one point, trying to get that 4th spot there. Alabama, Oklahoma, Texas Tech, maybe Illinois, Michigan. There's a lot of teams up for debate there for a Final 4 spot. I'm going to take Florida State, though, to make it. They were bound to make it last season until the tournament was postponed. Or more so canceled. So 17:40 left to go. Buckeyes hit the free throw. It's going to be Ohio State basketball again. They take the 3, rattled out, off the mark, and it goes out of bounds to the baseline as Iowa's going to pick up a foul there as well, going up for the rebound. So that was off of an Ohio State player out of bounds to the baseline, but Iowa picks up the foul underneath on the rebounds. So the clock will stop with 17:34. Inbound Ohio State. Ohio State at the top. Buckeyes passing inside. Left-handed layup too high off the backboard. A lot of contact. Refs are going to say no foul. Play on. The ball goes out of bounds. So Dwayne Washington Jr. tried to drive to the bucket. Missed it. And that's his 6th missed shot of the game so far by Dwayne Washington Jr. Hawkeyes will have it back. 17:20 left to go. They take it past half court. Bohannon. At the top of the key. Bounce pass now into the hands of Wieskamp. Back outside to Garza. Luka Garza. Hands it off to Bohannon. Feeds it inside over to Garza. Back out to Bohannon. Bohannon now dribbles. Pro hot. Floats it up with the Big Ten logo inside the key. Missed it. Offensive rebound. And that packed by Keegan Murray. Pass inside over to Garza. Tough bucket. Good for 2. Wow. Big bucket there for the Hawkeyes. They get their largest lead tonight by 8. 55-47. Luka Garza with 13. Ohio State has it inside the key. Liddell pushes it back outside. Top of the key. 3. Missed it off the mark. Offensive rebound. Sewing keeps it alive. Dish underneath over to Young. Young with hard contact here. And a foul call by Iowa is going to send Kyle Young to the line shooting 2. Yeah, maybe someday me and Vegas going to see each other at a UConn game someday. Oh, yeah, definitely want to go back to a Providence game someday and a URI game. The last sporting event, by the way, I went to, that was back on March 1st. When URI just got completely destroyed against St. Louis in that game. They just could not score. And heading into that game, URI was on the bubble, same as St. Louis. And yeah, St. Louis went on the road and just took control of the game, and URI can never even gain the lead. It was just a sad year to end 2020 for URI for last season. First free throw, Buckeyes hit it. Kyle Young shooting 2. I'm only 5'2", as Ant puts out here. So yeah, I'm actually really small. So I'm only 5'2", honestly. Bradley just remembers Louisville, Gonzaga, and Providence. Yeah, I heard about that. And another team, I think it's gonna be Oklahoma State. They're gonna play each other in the Empire Classic next year. Providence gets invited to the Empire Classic to play against Gonzaga. Oh man. Second free throw good at the line. Buckeyes a great free throw shooting team this season. Clock will stop with 16:28 left to go. Is that at Mohegan Sun? Last year it was at Mohegan Sun last year. So I'm interested to know if they're gonna hold the Empire Classic at Mohegan Sun or not. Let's see if I can get any info of that. Madison Square. Okay, so yeah, Madison Square Garden, it looks like, for 2021. Oklahoma State. Oh, I was right for some reason. I just remember their name in the mix. So, 2021 Empire Classic at Madison Square Garden. That's going to be good. 16 minutes left to go. 55-49. It's going to be Buckeyes basketball once again. Jumper taken. Ohio State missed it off the front rim. Rebounds. They get the offensive board, though. Justice Sewin going to take a left corner three. Missed it off the mark. Rebounds by Iowa. Hawkeyes ball pass half court. They drive inside. Dish underneath over to Garza. Garza double teamed. Dribbles inside the key spin move. Backs his way. No good off the back rim. Up in the air. Fight for the rebound. Buckeyes going to have it right back. Approaching 15:30 left to go. Ohio State, their defense, past couple possessions, keeping them in. Down by 6 as they take the jumper and they get fouled. It's going to lead to a personal foul picked up here by Luka Garza. Clock will stop with 15:32. Yeah, I would definitely love to see that, man. I would definitely love to call that game. Louisville versus Providence there. Louisville, Gonzaga, too. Providence against Oklahoma State. Oh, man. Louisville against Oklahoma State. Gonzaga, Oklahoma State. Those are some good matchups they got. All right, so we go on the timeout here. 55-49 currently the score. Yeah, I feel you, man, right now, Warren. Hopefully things go back to normal soon here, bud. Really do hope so. Yeah, everybody will look short right next to Taco. So we're right now on this timeout currently. Alright, so quick scoreboard update here for college hoops. Looks like this. Utah looking good over Arizona, 43-31 the score. Cincinnati up against Temple, 40-32. And BYU cruising up against Portland, 67-42 tonight. Also, Gonzaga takes on Pacific, so we'll keep you guys posted during the late game tonight how that score goes on. When's the shorts merchandise release date? I'll have to check and see if they have shorts there on the merchandise site to see. They've came out with a couple stuff that's new lately. I'll probably update some of the stuff in the off season or so, or when I have time. So we're going to get right back into this one. Ohio State at the free throw line. They shoot 2. First one was no good, but second one they made it, though. So 1 for 2 that trip by the Buckeyes. E.J. Liddell made it. Iowa now with the ball. At the right wing perimeter. Carter McCaffrey feeds it aside over to Garza. Back outside. They'll take a 3-point shot, and they got it. At the left wing, Joe Wieskamp knocks it down. 8-point Hawkeyes lead. There's been no double-digit lead tonight in this game. 15 minutes left to go, approaching that mark. Buckeyes have it. at the right wing. Justice suing. Moves it over top of the key, CJ Walker. Back outside into the hands here, Liddell. Liddell drives inside the key. That will be an offensive foul, though. Liddell runs right over Con McCaffrey inside the key, offensive foul. It's going to go back to Iowa. Hey, what's good, Keegan? Welcome to stream, man. Kansas moving to number 16 if they beat West Virginia. He puts up here. Yeah, if they get that W against West Virginia, that's a big win for Kansas. That would be able to move them up. And yeah, probably going to be able to move them up if they're able to pull that one out. Garza has it at the right elbow. Garza moves it over to Nunji. Nunji around the perimeter. 14:30 left to go. Back outside to Luka Garza. Takes the three. Drills it. And the first triple-digit lead of the game with Luka Garza's top of the key three. The Buckeyes having a lot of problems stopping the three-point attack tonight by the Hawkeyes. 58%, 11 for 19 from the perimeter. 14:10 left to go. Buckeyes bounce pass. Inside over to Key. Key spin move on Garza. That's going to be a Luka Garza personal foul. And Zed Key's going to go to the line shoot too. Ohio State's yet to score in the last 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Yet to hit a shot. 0 for 6 from the floor. When's the release date for the shorts merchandise? I'm not sure just yet. I'm going to have to check to see if they have that on there. So, yeah, the Friars need my presence. Hey, at UMBC, the point guard that plays at UMBC, he's 5'2", by the way. His name is Darnell Rogers, and UMBC is at the top of the America East this season. That'll be a fun team to call during the tournament with their 5'2" player they have on the roster. Second shot, no good, missed it off the mark by Ohio State. They've been a pretty good free throw shooting team this season, but they missed. They're 8 for 10, missing out one free throw during their last 2 trips. Hawkeyes have it at the top. Iowa moves it over to Garza. Garza takes the three, no good, rolled around the rim and out, and rebound Buckeyes. 13:50 left to go. Ohio State will have the basketball. Shot fake, back out to the top of the key. Moves it out left wing perimeter. Now to left corner, back out to the left wing. Dwayne Washington takes the three and splash, drills it at the left wing. 61-54, 13.5 left to go. Hawkeyes ball. Iowa will take the three back. Bohannon missed it off the mark. Rebound Kyle Young. Here goes Ohio State. Ohio State has it at the left double. Suing back out to the top of the key. Dwayne Washington dribbles towards his left. Wide open three. Spots up, takes it. Iowa forgot to cover that one. And now it's a 4-point game. This one getting interesting. 61-57 now the score. Approaching 13 minutes remaining. Hey, what's good, Anthony? Welcome to the stream. BYU looking good tonight, bud. BYU is crushing Portland right now. Scoring that one, BYU 76, Portland 42. 13 minutes left to go. Away from the basketball, personal foul picked up here. It's going to be on the Buckeyes by Kyle Young. So the clock will stop with under 13 minutes remaining. Yeah, the man can still ball. At 5'2" for Darnell Rogers for UMBC. What's good, Vaughn? Welcome back on the stream, man. We're basically holding down the fort tonight in this one. Pass off the cut, big jam. It leads to be there with a two-handed slam by Patrick McCaffrey off the cut to the bucket. Iowa by 6. 12:50 left to go. 6-point lead by Iowa. Buckeyes have the ball. Inside the key. Pass over to Liddell. Liddell floats it up. Got it. Good for 2. We go back and forth, back and forth. They were down by 11. Now it's a 3-point game. 12.5 left to go. Bohannon pass over to the top of the key. Nunji back outside. Wieskamp. 3-point shot. Missed it off the mark. Rebound Buckeyes. Ohio State with the ball. 12:20 remaining. CJ Walker. Hands it off outside. Liddell. Back out. Passes over right corner perimeter. Dwayne Washington missed the 3. They do get the offensive rebound to keep it alive. Young. Moves it over inside the key. It's going to be a whistle and a fall. CJ Walker passed that one underneath despite EJ Liddell as he got fouled. And Liddell going to go to the free throw line as Luka Garza picks up the personal, and that's his second personal foul. So 2 free throws coming up here at the line by EJ Liddell for the Buckeyes. See if they can cut into it. By the way, Utah crushing Arizona tonight. 51-33 to score Arizona a no-show on the road at Utah. Good thing Arizona's not in the NCAA tournament, because this game has major implications on their NCAA tournament chances. Cincinnati by 3 over Temple, 40-37. BYU crushing Portland, 76-42. Very nice, Vaughn. Always nice right there, man. First free throw, got it. At the line by the Buckeyes. Second one, good as well. 2 for 2 that trip. It's going to be Hawkeyes ball. Approaching 12 minutes left to go. Iowa spin move, top of the key. Hands it off around the perimeter, Wieskamp. Back outside to Nungy. Nungy left baseline dribble. Nungy feeds it over. Ball gets deflected. It's going to get stolen away here by the Buckeyes in the 2-on-1. Here they go. Drives into the lane. The whistle of foul called. It's going to send 2 free throws to the line. Coming up by C.J. Walker. 11:50 remaining. This game moving by pretty fast today. Look on the bright side of being short, Russell says. If we're ever invaded by carnivorous aliens with a superior technology, you'll probably be one of the last consumed. Oh, yeah, that is true. It'd be tough to find me, I guess, since I'm short. Hawkeye Nation found out I'm actually 7'2". So we go in the timeout right now in this one. 62-61 to score. Great game between these two teams. Actually, 1 second here. 63. They counted it as a 3 before that. So it's 63-61 before the timeout. So Iowa by 2. So it's 63-61 this timeout. We got 11:50 remaining. E.J. Liddell leading the way for the Buckeyes. 14 points, 13 by Dwayne Washington Jr., 10 by Justice Sewing. And for Iowa here, leading the way, Luka Garza, 16, Joe Wieskamp with 13, and 11 by both Bohannon and Nungy tonight with 11 points. Jose's back here. He's at his girlfriend's grandma's house. Hope all is well, Jose. Not only is the Baylor men's team looking good, the Baylor women's team's beating Kansas 20-8. The score in that one. The real plot twist here is I'm actually Porzingis and a paid actor. I got Porzingis in my fantasy team. For some reason, somebody dropped him on the waiver wire, and I was able to pick up Porzingis. If I was 7'2", one of the top recruits, where would I play? I'd probably go to a blue blood if I was out there. But maybe I'll keep it local. I probably would have gone where I'm born in Providence, where I was. That's what David Duke did. So Providence, he grew up in Providence himself, 1 mile away from PC. And what a get that Ed Cooley got with David Duke. But it's different now what the recruiting is like or so. Like, more players trending towards HBCUs in the future. So the Blue Bloods, the thing about the Blue Bloods here is the future here. It's going to be tougher for teams like Kentucky, Duke, UNC, usually the teams that's top 3 recruiting classes bringing in heading into the season. It's going to be tougher for them now in the future because more of these recruits coming in, especially the big ones for the 5 stars coming in for some of these recruits in the future, going down the line. Like, I'd probably say in the future here, like, you're looking at like 2025, 2026, 27. We already saw it though with McCurr Maker going to Harvard, but we'll see more of it. Mikey Williams looking like he could potentially go to an HBCU, and we could very well see a lot more of that. Blue blood teams losing recruits to go to HBCUs, and it's gonna be different for the playing field. It's gonna be interesting because there's not really going to be any weak team in the NCAA tournament that's weak. Because you usually see these teams like Southern, Grambling, Alabama State, Alabama A&M, Bethune-Cookman, Mississippi Valley State's in that category. there for teams out of the SWAC or the MEAC. Those two conferences usually land 16 seed bids in the tournaments. Every single year they get the playing round. North Carolina A&T, that's usually, or North Carolina Central and North Carolina A&T, those usually go to the tournament quite a bit. So it's going to be different if some of those top recruits go there in the future. It'll make some more upsets in the tournament, that's one thing for sure. Inside the key, no good. Ohio State has the chance to take the lead. They missed the shot off the mark, no good. Rebound, Luka Garza. We're back to action, 11:15 left to go. Wow, Braden's up over by 500 in fantasy, oh boy. Approaching 11 minutes remaining, Luka Garza hands it off around the perimeter at the left wing. Iowa going to take a three, and that is up, and that's good. Drills down the triple there for the Hawkeyes. Joe Wieskamp sinks it. 66-62. 10:50 left to go. Great game between these two teams. Under 10 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. It's Braden checked in the stream, same as Goody here. And what a game. Ohio State takes the three. Banks it. Got it right there at the top of the key going down. Number 3, the freshman, Eugene Brown, hits it. And it's a 1-point game. 10.5 left to go. Pass on over to Garza inside the key, off his fingertips, goes out of bounds. Turnover Iowa, and the Buckeyes will have it back with a chance to take the lead. What a game. Yeah, whoever dropped Bogdanovich, that was not a smart move. I had him early on in the season, Vegas. I didn't drop him recently, though, because I went to pick up Gary Trent Jr. recently. 10:20 left to go. Bounce pass inside the key. Bogdanovich, when he started out for me, one of his fantasy games for Bogdanovich for Utah, he got me a -3 for one of his fantasy games. He had games that he was totaling for fantasy points like 5, 2, -3 at the beginning of the season. And now he's finally starting to get going. 10 minutes left to go. 3-point shot off the mark by Iowa. They have gone cold recently. Jumper and a key missed off the mark by Ohio State. Rebound Iowa. 9:50 remaining. Hawkeyes now with the ball. Patrick McCaffrey feeds it over to Garza. Garza sets position. As he goes, turns around, puts it up and in. But before that, a whistle and a foul. Clock will stop with 9:46 here. Back and forth battle. Great matchup between these two teams. It's going to be actually a wise personal foul by the Buckeyes, because they had fouls to give at this point. So Ohio State picked up their 4th personal. Kyle Young picked it up in the key because Luka Garza set position on him. And that Luka Garza made the shot, but it was after the foul. 9:40 left to go. Shot fake Bohannon. Moves it back outside. Nunji over to Bohannon once again. Bohannon flings it over to Wieskamp. Wieskamp left baseline dribble. Floats it up. No good. Rolled around the rim. Tipped up in the air. Rebound Buckeyes. Ohio State with a lead. They get the basketball as well. They were trailing by double-digit points. What a game. At the left wing perimeter, Ohio State has it with Johnson. Back out to the right wing. Eugene Brown missed it off the mark. Rebound Iowa. Hawkeyes have it. 9:20 remaining. This is not the last stream tonight. Armando is actually a fan of Stanford. I'm going to be covering after this one Stanford against Cal tonight. So, Von's favorite team's Cal. I remember yesterday Armando was saying he likes Stanford for college hoops, and we got a Stanford game right after this one. So I'll be covering Stanford versus Cal at 9. I usually haven't covered much Pac-12 this year, but I want to see that one. Ohio State missed the corner 3, able to get the offensive rebound back, though. Spin move inside the key, left-hand finish, good. Up and in by Dwayne Washington. And the Buckeyes take the lead back with 8:40 remaining. Here goes Iowa. Dribbles past half court. Iowa drives inside with the right hand, puts it up and in by Bohannon for 2 off the backboard. That's good. Here we go, back and forth, back and forth. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Yeah, I would be shocked today if Stanford loses that game. Bohannon with 13. Hey, you're the man, Armando. Appreciate it, my man. Yeah, I really do hope so, Goody. For some reason, they keep on putting it on the ACC network. What a cut to the bucket. Buckeyes, good for 2 with a jam. And Ohio State leads it by 1, going on the timeout with 8:10 left to go. It's going to be Ohio State's timeout. So we got ourselves a ball game here, folks, in this one. Back and forth, here we go. For the past couple minutes, we've had lead changes constant. Also, so we go on this timeout here, we'll take a look. Leading scores in this one. Looks like this. Iowa leading the way for the Hawkeyes. 16 by Garza, 16 by Wieskamp, 13 points by Bohannon, and then 11 off the bench by Jack Nungy. For the Buckeyes, 15 points. Dwayne Washington Jr. leading the way. Made 3 3-point shots tonight. 14 points by E.J. Liddell and 13 by Kyle Young. 10 by Justice Sewing. Looking good in this one. So Dwayne Washington Jr. started out cold, but as of late, though, it's been heating up. Wow, there's some rumors there. Joey Newman looks like going to sign with the G League, it looks like. Yeah, I had dropped Bogdanovich very early in the year, and then somebody picked it up. Yeah, I think it was Kevin who picked him up. And I dropped Bogdanovich when he was having a really just hard time to start off the season. I started out my fantasy team with 2 Bogdanoviches, actually. I had both of the Bogdanoviches on my team, and the one from Atlanta, I think the one from Atlanta struggled with injuries early on. And then Bohan for Utah, he just struggled with consistency. That's why I dropped him. He was missing a ton of shots because he was coming back from, I think, a wrist injury that he missed the bubble back in August. But quick scoreboard update here. BYU crushing Portland tonight, 89-50. Temple Cincinnati tied up at 42-42. Utah looking to get the W tonight over Arizona. Utah leads by 13. 57-24. Good thing that Arizona is not an NCAA tournament team eligible this season, because that would have dashed their tournament hopes. A loss at Utah tonight against a 507-7 Utah team. Coming up at the top of the hour, I'll be streaming Stanford against Cal. So that one's coming up. We also got some other great games going on. Rutgers taking on Minnesota. That's a great game. And also, there's other matchups. Gonzaga taking on Pacific. That one is at Pacific tonight. And then Washington at Oregon State. Also, Belmont. They got a record of 18-1 in the Ohio Valley, taking on Eastern Illinois. That game's going to tip off any minute, actually. Yeah, that's tough, man. If Virginia Tech loses to Miami, that's rough, man. Miami beat Duke. Miami beat Louisville. Miami could be an NCAA tournament team if that team could get healthy. They're a top 35 team for Miami, and they're going to the tournament. It's too bad, because Miami would have made the ACC much stronger this year if they had stayed healthy. Let's see NBA going on right now. Utah Jazz up against the Hawks, 45-35. Warriors Mavs tied up at 47. And wow, Portland leading the Sixers tonight, 27-24. So we get back to action. 7:45 left to go. Welcome in, Keaton. It's going to be Ohio State basketball. Ohio State has it at the left elbow. Going to float it up inside. Good for 2 by E.J. Liddell. Buckeyes by 3. 7.5 remaining. Iowa ball. Keegan Murray, top of the key. E.J. Liddell already surpassing his season average of 15. He's got 16 tonight. Looks like we're going to go on a quick timeout. So 7:31 left to go. Another quick timeout as we head there right now. So this one is part of a media timeout. Ohio State had just taken a timeout like recently. So yeah, Warriors Mavs tied up at 47. I'll be covering that game on Saturday. What I'm thinking about doing on the weekend or so is for Saturday. So the Saturday schedule, I'm kind of leaning towards this to be my schedule. Triple header for Saturday. I'm going to start a little bit later because I'm out during the day on Saturday. But I think it's going to be Texas against Oklahoma State at 3. And then Duke against UNC at 6. And then 8:30 with the Mavs versus Golden State. So that's my potential weekend schedule right there. I'll post when it comes finalized what the weekend schedule is. It's probably going to be Saturday morning when I post that. Because I just posted that I'll be covering tomorrow night's game. Armando taking the Warriors to win the Mavs. Yeah, they take on each other twice. I can see the series going to split with one of these games going Dallas, the other going to Golden State. I'll probably predict I'll take Dallas tonight in that one, but I think Golden State's gonna have a golden Saturday night, so I like Golden State there to get the W on Saturday. So if I do call it Golden State Dallas on Saturday, I think Golden State's gonna win that one and the Mavs win tonight. Yeah, Portland Sixers tied up at the end of the first quarter, 28-28. I'm just going to take a look here, see if, because Enes Kanter's got 7 rebounds. Wow. Damian Lillard's not playing tonight. Good thing I picked up Gary Trent Jr. and is utilizing him tonight. So Damian Lillard's not playing tonight for Portland. And Joel Embiid is playing. Wow, Furkan Korkmaz has 10 points in 12 minutes. He's the leading scorer for the Sixers. No Ben Simmons tonight. Wow. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm looking at my lineup here. Damian Lillard's listed day today. Man, Gary Trent Jr., though, good start by him. Hoping for some threes by him tonight. Yeah, my Tortoise doing pretty well, as Hawkeye Nation puts out here. Yeah, my Tortoise, he's hanging in there, doing pretty well. We're gonna get back to action. 7:31 left to go, second half in this game. Oh, BYU looks awesome tonight. They're just crushing Portland tonight, Anthony. 96-55. 7:25 left to go. Iowa gonna get the steal. And they will jam it down with a two-handed slam right there. As this is a one-point game. On the other hand, Arizona not looking so well tonight. They're getting crushed against Utah, 62-46. 7 minutes left to go. Ohio State has it the right wing perimeter. Bounce past the right corner. Ohio State drives. The bucket gets blocked and it's going to go the other way here. Iowa now with the basketball. Yeah, I actually got a Tortoise. He's 5 years old. He came in a box from the Arizona Tortoise Company, where he came from. He got shipped over by FedEx Mail. Iowa inside the key, missed the shot, rebound Ohio State. Buckeyes now with the ball. Shot fake. Drives inside, and Liddell's going to get fouled here. Or it's going to be on Liddell with an elbow. Whoa. So it's going to be on Liddell here, the personal foul. It's going to go back over to Iowa. I thought that was on Iowa. 6:40 remaining. Going to be Hawkeyes basketball, trailing by 1. What a game. Also, Iowa's 7 personal fouls, too, so Ohio State's in the bonus. Sorry to hear that, Armando. Hey, get better, man. Stay safe, brother, and get better, and hopefully you'll be able to get back to normal soon. Wieskamp passes back outside to Bohannon. Feeds it now inside over to Garza. Garza right elbow jumper. Takes it. And no good. Hit the front rim. Rebound Buckeyes. 6 minutes left to go. Ohio State ball. They're going to take it past half court. C.J. Walker has the basketball. Moves it back out to Justice Suing. Suing passes over to the right wing. Dwayne Washington dribbles. Top of the key 3. Takes it. No good. Rattled out. Offensive rebound, though, as they keep it alive. Liddell puts it up in the key. Missed it off the mark. Tipped up, though, and it's good for 2. Big tip in there for the Buckeyes. They lead by 3. 5.5 remaining. Iowa now with the basketball. Hawkeyes have it at the left wing. Wieskamp dribbles towards the top, drives inside. Lost it, though, but Nunge able to get it with the ball right back, and Nunge gets contacted right at the baseline. Personal foul picked up by Zed Key. A tortoise is a land animal, so the tortoise that I have, he's in a tank that has like a lot of soil that we have, so he's in a tank filled with dirt, and the turtle that we have, the painted turtle, he's in a tank with water in it. So that's what we have. So we actually have a tortoise and a turtle in my house. Iowa will take the 3 straight away. Got it. Tie game. Jordan Bohannon hits it at the top of the key off the screen. What a game. Ohio State now with the ball. 5:15 remaining. Bohannon's made his 4th 3-point shot. Top of the key, Justice Sewing. Moves it over to the right wing to Walker. Walker bounce pass inside, deflected. Able to get it. That's going to be a reach and fall picked up by Luka Garza. So Luka Garza picks up now his 3rd personal foul for Iowa, as the clock will stop with 5:03. Hey, what's good, Patrick? Yeah, do I think that Clay could win MVP once he's back on the court for 2022? I think that's going to be tough for him to come back after an injury, but I think Clay can be the comeback player of the year, though, for 2022. Free throws to the line, 1-on-1 bonus, Ohio State missed it. No good off the mark. As they hit their first one before that, though. So they hit their first one before, second one was a missed one off the mark by Zed Key. Rebound Nunji. Iowa has it with 4:50 remaining. They feed it inside to the post here. Luka Garza double team. Puts it up. It gets blocked by Ohio State and on the ground. What a fight right there with a basketball off the block by the Buckeyes. Here goes Ohio State in the key. Justin Arns moves it back out to the top. Moves it over to the left wing. Sewing back outside to Arns. Shot fake. Slides to the left. Open 3. Takes it. Knew it when he released his hand right there. You could see the Buckeyes bench with their hands up right there as Justin Arns trains the triple. Ohio State by 4. Iowa 3-point shot right back. Got it. Jack Nunji in a 1-point game drills it. He just hit his 4th 3-point shot of the game. What a game. The tortoise. Yeah, the tortoise is named Chester Tops. And the turtle's named Spike. 4 minutes left to go. Here we go here, folks. Ohio State now with the basketball. Moves over to the top of the key. They take a 3. Splash. Hits it by Justin Arns right there at the right wing. Buckeyes by 4. 3:45 left to go. Iowa will take the 3. Garza. No good. Rattled out. Offensive rebound to keep it alive. Underneath Wieskamp and a foul picked up by the Buckeyes here. Clock will stop at 3:40. That's going to be their 7th personal foul. Yep, that was me. Vaughn puts out here, he dropped Anthony Edwards back in January. Somebody picked him up. Yep, that's me. I got a couple players in mind that I actually am interested in picking up, but the problem is I don't have anybody to drop. That's the thing. There's somebody on the waiver wire who I'm like, oh man, I wish I could get him, but I can't because I really don't know who to drop right now. The Buckeyes, by the way, has made the last 3 shots from the floor. So we go to a timeout here currently. 3:40 remaining, and Ohio State by 4, 82-78. Hey, what's good, Lost Pupper? Welcome to the stream. He's going to take the Buckeyes out in this one. Quick scoreboard update here tonight in college basketball. Utah looking good over Arizona by 14 with 5.5 minutes remaining. 64-50 in favor of Utah. Temple leading by 2 over Cincinnati. 48-46. BYU has just won over Portland. 105-60. No problem in that game for BYU. Utah Jazz in the NBA up at halftime, 45-37. Mavs lead the Warriors, 64-58. Portland Trail Blazers up against the Sixers tonight, 37-34. Joel Embiid's out there, and what's impressive, how Portland's winning is without Damian Lillard. Carmelo Anthony, 10 points for Portland. Joel Embiid, 12 points. I thought that this would just be a mismatch of a game. The Sixers against Portland's defense, one of the worst in the NBA this season. And, man, the Sixers at home, 10-1 at home, and they are losing by 6 against Portland right now. I thought that would be a mismatch. I'm shocked how well Portland's doing without Damian Lillard. Gonna dig into the stats a little bit. I know Sixers without Ben Simmons tonight, but still. Yeah, Carmelo Anthony with 10, Gary Trent Jr. with 9 points for Portland. And then for the Sixers, Joel Embiid now with 14. Korkmaz at a quick 10 points in the first 12 minutes. Do I think Melo could go to the Lakers, Warriors, or the Wizards? Maybe there before his career winds down. I think he likes it at Portland, though. Yeah, he really wanted to come back to Portland, as we're going to get right back into this one, and he's looking good from the start tonight. Wow, Kelly Oubre Jr., 21 points against the Mavs, and it's not even halftime so far. Yeah, I've got Oubre in my fantasy team for Golden State. He's just wildly inconsistent. Like, some of the games he'll end the game with like 5 points or so, and other games he'll play with a ton of intensity and score over 20 for Kelly Oubre Jr. Make sure to spell it correct next time, Keaton. Make sure to use that E in there instead of the A. As we're back to action. First free throw, Iowa. Going to the free throw line, shooting 2. First one is good. Vaughn's going to add back D. Rose tomorrow, looks like. Second free throw, no good. Hit the front rim. Missed it by Wieskamp. Rebound Ohio State. Buckeyes now with the basketball. 3.5 left to go. They're up by 3. They take it past half court. Walker now with the ball at the top. C.J. Walker dribbles and moves it out to the left corner. 3 ball in the air. Got it. Kyle Young hits it at the left corner, and the Buckeyes by 6. This is a high-scoring game tonight. 3:15 still remaining. Hawkeyes now with the ball. At the top of the key. They dribble at the left elbow. Swings it over to Wieskamp. Wieskamp at the top of the free throw circle. Dribbles towards his right. Wieskamp now right baseline. Moves it over to the right wing, Bohannon. Bohannon approaching 3 minutes left to go, 10 on the shot clock. Bohannon dribbles towards the top of the key. Bohannon takes the 3 from the edge of the Hawkeye logo. No good off the back rim, tipped up. And there's a ton of contact underneath, as Luka Garza flies right into one of the camera crew right there on media row, right underneath the hoop. Clock will stop with 2:54 left to go. And the personal foul is going to be picked up by Ohio State, so it's going to send Iowa to the free throw line. First free throw now was good at the charity stripe. Second shot got it. 85-81 the score. 2:45 left to go. Yeah, he hasn't been on the stream since April, so it's somebody way from back. You're looking at almost a year ago, somebody on the stream. As Justin Arns takes the 3, that one's good. But it's been going pretty well. 88-81, approaching 2:25 remaining. Bounce pass to the left wing. Iowa takes the 3. No good. It was halfway home. Rattled out. Gets rebounded by the Buckeyes as they get the defensive board. 2:15 left to go. Yeah, I remember dating back to a year ago, we had some really just fake accounts in there that was called, they were sports teams' names in there. Minute 58 left remaining. 3 ball in the air. Arns missed it off the mark. Rebound to Iowa. Iowa has it. Back out top. Nunji moves it over to the right baseline. Into the hands of Connor McCaffrey. Drives inside. McCaffrey underneath. And that's going to be a whistle picked up here. Foul picked up by Justin Arns for Ohio State. As Iowa going to head back to the bonus at the free throw line. Shooting the 1-and-1 here. At the line by Connor McCaffrey. Yes, I think that BYU is going to make the NCAA tournament. BYU crushed Portland tonight. The final score is 105-60. And first free throw missed it. Connor McCaffrey hit the rim short. Rebound Buckeyes. Minute 35 left to go. I covered both of these teams a year ago, and Iowa looked good and beat Ohio State. And this season, right now, Ohio State a minute and a half away from turning the tables and getting a W. Buckeyes have it. Puts the ball at the top of the key, Kyle Young. Moves it over now to the hands of C.J. Walker. Walker dribbles, free throw circle. Walker now at the left elbow. Turnaround jumper. Walker hit the front rim, no good. Rebound goes right back over to Iowa. Minute 10 remaining. Yeah, so many upsets this season. At least I picked Utah over Arizona today, so at least I'm correct on that one for now. Ohio State got the steal by Kyle Young, and they took a timeout. Wise timeout. Minute and 3 remaining. That's a crusher for Iowa. Absolute crusher right there. Alright, so going on the timeout here. It's going to be Buckeyes basketball leading by 7. What a comeback. They were down by double-digit points at one point here in this game. And we've seen it a ton from these teams. 11-point lead for Ohio State. And this is, man, this type of team here for Ohio State, this team is tough. They are a tough team. I would like to see Ohio State versus Texas Tech in the tournament. That would be an incredible matchup with those two teams. These two teams, those two teams, speaking of Ohio State, Texas Tech, they're just mentally tough. Like, whatever you're down, they just find a way. And the Buckeyes have done that over and over so far this season. So we're back to action here. It's going to be Ohio State basketball. They get the inbound, and Iowa's going to pick up a personal foul. Oh, they're going to say turnover. Yeah, the camera wasn't panned in on that much. He was at the far side of the court. That's a turnover by Ohio State. Camera was trying to zoom in on what was going on. And that was a turnover on the far side of the court. So it's going to go right back over to Iowa. It's a big stop for Iowa right there. Only took 2 seconds off the clock. So still in this game for the Hawkeyes, down by 7. Now they need a bucket here if they want to make a comeback. Iowa dribbles Bohannon. Dribbles back to the left elbow, takes the jumper, no good. Rolled around the rim, but he's fouled. Bohannon going to shoot 2 at the charity stripe coming up. Perfect 3 for 3 at the line today in this game by Jordan Bohannon with 17 points. First free throw is good. Man, I have to say Ohio State's really improved this season. From when we saw them to the start of the season, they were barely squeaking victories and winning games out against teams like UMass Lowell, like able to close it out in the last 5 minutes in that one. And just, man, they have really improved. Each and every single game throughout the step of the way. Second free throw is good. Five-point game. Double teams. Ohio State tries to break the trap, and that will be a personal foul picked by Iowa by Toussaint. After this, I'll be covering Stanford against Cal. Feel free to stop on by for that one. And the free throw is no good in the bonus. Iowa still with a chance. They missed it. Rebound Hawkeyes with 45 seconds remaining. Welcome in Brian onto the stream here. 42 seconds. Iowa dribbles right baseline. Bohannon moves it over to Garza. Garza inside the key. Moves it back outside off the drive to the bucket, and that is good for 2 by the Hawkeyes here. And all of a sudden, they have put this one to a 3-point game, so it ain't over yet. Timeout Fran McCaffrey now with 35.4 remaining. So we will go in a timeout. This ain't over yet here, folks. Wow. Big swing of things. Ohio State misses the 1-and-1 bonus at the free throw line. Iowa gets the rebound. Nice pass off the cut. Drives into the lane. And that was good for 2 by Jack Nunge. What a great game indeed. Welcome to the stream here, Uncle Luke. Appreciate Bud for stopping by. Yeah, I'll be back in the next one after this one, Stanford against Cal. But what a great game here. 36 seconds remaining we'll have on the clock. It's going to be Ohio State's basketball coming up by 3 for the Buckeyes. They're going to get it in the backcourt. So here we go, right back into action after the timeout. If you guys are new, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Here we go. Inbound. Ohio State still has it in the backcourt. Going to have to get it past. Still, they're trapped right there, and they're going to take a timeout. Wise timeout. That was close to the 10-second violation. It's close to another turnover. So Ohio State out of timeouts. Iowa, by the way, with still 2 timeouts left to go in their pocket. Hey, welcome back, Jose. Glad to have you in the stream once again. Yes, I got your message that you were at your girlfriend's grandma's house. Hope all went well. Brian puts out he hit his first dunk with a windmill on the greatest moment of his career. That's awesome, man. Hey, no problem, Uncle Luke. Glad to have you in the stream once again, man. What a game. 88-85 here. It's going to be Ohio State basketball coming up. They're out of timeouts. And Iowa throwing out the full court press out there off the double team before half court on the last possession. We're going to see if they can force that turnover away, as the Buckeyes are going to be in the double bonus the next time as well. So Iowa with 9 personal fouls, Ohio State with 10 personal fouls in the second half. And next personal foul by Iowa, that's going to lead to Ohio State in the double bonus. We have 30 seconds left to go. Good game so far indeed right now. Living up to its hype throughout the entirety of this one. Ohio State at one point was trailing by 11. That was the largest deficit, was an 11-point lead by Iowa. And it didn't look like Ohio State was going to get anything going on until they started draining 3-point shots the next 2 possessions. They put it from an 11-point game to a 5-point game with a matter of moments. So here we go, right back to action. Ohio State going to get the inbound. 30 seconds left to go in their backcourt. This game ain't over yet. Ohio State gets the inbound. Remember when they were up by 7, 88-81. They dribble now inside the key. Moves it back out to the top of the key. Or 22 seconds left to go. Double team. Still has it. Iowa ain't going to commit a foul. Still double teamed, and they will commit a foul with 17.5. And not happy about that one was number 11 for Iowa, Tony Perkins, the freshman. As he came out, the ref said that he picked up the foul in the back corner of the front court. And Ohio State will shoot 2 in the double bonus. Ohio State's been a great free throw shooting team this season. Inside, I believe, the top 30 in college basketball in free throw shooting. Wow, this is a high-scoring game indeed, man. 76-74 Mavs. Like, no defense in that one. So here we go. 2 free throws, double bonus by Kyle Young. At the line, shooting 2 for the Buckeyes. First shot. And missed it off the back rim. No good. They are struggling tonight from the charity stripe. 12 for 18 at the free throw line in this game for Ohio State. This is actually no, it's number 4. I thought it was Kyle Young. They got the same tattoos though. It's actually number 4. Dwayne Washington Jr. is the one at the free throw line. 90% free throw shooter. He missed the first one. So it is Dwayne Washington Jr. Second free throw. Hits it. 2 possession lead now for the Buckeyes. 89-85. 16 seconds left to go here. Iowa takes it past half court. They dribble now at the right baseline. Too much time. They need to pass it off and shoot a quick shot. Garza takes the 3 straight away. No good air ball. Offensive rebound. Too much time. At the left wing, going to take another 3. No good off the mark. Iowa rebound 2 seconds. Floats it up. Air ball a third time, and this game has gone final. Terrible possession right there by Iowa that trip, as Ohio State forces 3 separate stops on air balls on that possession by Iowa, and this game has gone final. The Buckeyes at number 7, man, they just keep on proving it every single game this season, step by step. The Buckeyes, they are a tough team, down by 11, and they won this game. Mentally tough to stay in this game here, and man, they got multiple players contributing for Ohio State. A very dangerous team come tournament time here for the Buckeyes, and they did it inside their starting 5 tonight in this one. 4 players scoring double figures, 3 of those players with 16. E.J. Liddell, their star, with 16 tonight. 16 points by Kyle Young, and Dwayne Washington Jr. with 16 as well. Justice Sewing finishes off with a double-double, 12 points and 11 rebounds. What a game. The Buckeyes get the W in this one tonight. If you guys enjoyed the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe here, folks. Ring that notification bell if you'd like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Appreciate it all for dropping them by here. Thanks so much for stopping them by. Before you sign off, I'll be back for Cal versus Stanford in about 5 minutes from now for that game. To close out to the members, though, we got Jack, Jason, the sports expert, Warren, Aaron, and Robert here, the members on the stream. See you guys in a couple minutes, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday night.